Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's weekly energy forecast. We are December 1st, so we're going to be talking about the very nice energies of this week. Hopefully, hopefully the cards agree with the astrology, and I'm pretty sure they will. But we have a beautiful full moon in Gemini. And I say beautiful because I see a lot of positive things, but also it's making a grand cross with the nodes. So it means this we have like an eclipse like activation this week, and we're going to talk about just that in the astrology section. But first of all, Sophie, how are you, and how are you feeling about the first week of December?
Hopefully, it's going to be a breath of fresh air, and hopefully, it's going to be the end of the very, I would say, difficult for some 2025 energy. So,
Yeah. Well, last week we had already Mercury going direct, Saturn going direct, which were like huge players. We had Scorpio season on top of that. So now we're in Sagittarius season, which is a lot lighter. We're being ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck, of good fortune. We're feeling more optimistic. And we have this full moon, and I think a lot of positive energy. So let's start with the cards. Let's see what we have on the menu for this week.
okay, let's see. This week, cards are falling already. So, we have Lucky Knight with the number 7. We have Abandon. And what is the last card for the week? We have Mirror. So you talked about the full moon, right?
Yeah.
We can see the full moon right here. Okay, so let's see with tarot now. What do we have for this week's energy for the collective watching live and on replay? So we have the Lovers with Sagittarius tattoo right there, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, yeah.
That's under the Lucky Knight. So connections of soul, rekindling of connections, travel, rekindling also with places that you lived before, or where your energy is at. 10 of Swords is not to be feared because that's honoring the card of what we leave behind. So that's very good. And the last card of the week is another major arcana, which is Judgment.
Ooh.
And this is the card of Mirror. Underneath the deck, we have the Fool.
I love that.
Okay, not sure what it means yet, but we'll see. We have a Lucky Knight with the Lover. We have Abandon with the 10 of Swords. And we have the Mirror with Judgment. I think that we just crossed this you always talk about choosing a path, and I think we just crossed this moment. Well, yeah, this moment of choosing this path you're going to be on with those two cards right there. I think that we are stepping into, that's going to be so intense. I'm sorry in advance, but I think we are going to see a lot of souls leaving their body and becoming NPCs in this beginning of the week. And as I'm saying this, we have cards for falling. We have the card of the Fox. So I think that we have a lot of souls that are that has chosen the wrong path, and that has chosen to be like just this fox energy, clever, cunning, suspicion, just sneaky energy, 7 of Swords energy, and that have chosen not to fully engage it in their mission or their best scenario or to their evolution, that have chosen to commit to continue their patterns and not continue on the evolution. So we have this exiting of souls. I could not necessarily translate in big die off, but necessarily, but just leaving the soul, leaving the body in living state, but with empty shell. 10 of Swords with Abandon represents that also. And it's funny, you just mentioned that before we started to record. You want to talk about this?
I don't know what's the word in English of this bird, but
oh yeah.
There's a specific bird here that migrates in the south, and I had like tens of thousands of those birds fly above my house. Was it the day before yesterday? And I was like, it was so loud. It was like really like amazing to see, amazing to watch. And I was like, for sure, like there's a message. So I pulled cards after that, and I was telling you, Sophie, about that. And it seemed like the universe really wanted to get like my attention for a specific, and I had also, like, now that I remember of what was the message, like a big cycle was finishing for me. Like I had like cycle completing, I had the end, I had like a huge karmic cycle ending. So it makes sense also with the cards you're getting.
Absolutely. So we have the full moon on the card that I just showed with the mirror, but the 10 here is also a finality. And with the abandon, what it means is that people had their time to really choose what they wanted to do. And it's now consequences in a sense. Don't fear, because you're watching this channel. Most likely you're doing your work. Most likely you're doing what you can to grow in your spirituality, to question, to do better. And I'm very positive that this is not concerning you, but you may know people who are not evolving, that are not doing their job, that are choosing the wrong values, that are choosing the wrong path, and that they have done so for quite some time, but they were put to a test recently, last year or the year before, and now they had all of that time to really see, do you really commit to that wrong path, or are you trying to become a better person? And now it's the end. Time is off, and there is going to be this huge, I would say, pressure that is relief off of our shoulders, us that are dealing with that kind of people who are in our lives, and it's the justice. We may not be aware of it, but as I can see here, most of those people who have chosen the wrong path are going to leave their soul, and it's just going to be empty shells. Now, for the people who have chosen the right path, what I'm seeing is reconnection with the right people in your life, reconnection with the right places. Traveling could be there. There is going to be a reward, and there is, I know it's very, very small. Do you see the money on the floor right here?
Yeah.
So this is a number 7. For some of you, it's the lucky number. For others, it has a significance. But it says lucky night. People are receiving money. They're being lucky. They have abundance. They can meet their soulmate. They can travel to the right place. There is some reward that is coming out of it. And all of this is just to say, congratulations. You did the hard work, or you committed to do the hard work. And we see it. And there are people who have not chosen that, have a totally opposite fate. So not as just another week, right? It's a big energy.
Wow, this is also like so beautiful. I think I was about to cry. He said like the big rewards for the people who were going through all of that. I'm like, ah. And do you think it's also after the full moon in Gemini? Because I'm just about to talk about the astrology, and I think the full moon in Gemini is a portal for free will, a big one.
Well, yeah, we have the full moon right here, and we have the souls leaving.
Okay, so it's not on December 1st, it's like throughout the week. And I think the full moon itself is like a big test also.
Yeah. Yeah.
The confirmation test, let's say.
It's a mirror. So in all of my cards that I can see that where there's a mirror, it's you have to face yourself, and you have to really ask yourself, what am I doing here? Do I do this, or do I do this? And the full moon means the ending, and we can see that it has put a lot of pressure and mental exhaustion on the people who were supportive of the people in this phase of, I'm not doing the right thing, but there's still a chance for me. What I want to be precise with this. Some people have decided that they're causing chaos in other people's life. They're deciding that they are acting on the wrong values.
Yeah, and they're just keeping some things in their life because of what they're getting out of it. Like, for example, a job you're not happy, or a relationship, or whatever it is,
So if you're doing damage around you because you are choosing to do bad things, if you're doing damage because you're choosing not to be your best version, small damage or big damages, it's still putting pressure on the people dealing with you. Okay, so
because themselves, they have to make the choices. Like, is there part of their system of integrity to be supporting such values, right?
Yeah. So there is this justice here of the people who have been trying to support the change and believing in the best version that they can become. There is this pressure that has been put on those people. And there's this justice that is coming to say, okay, you have done enough. And now their window of opportunity is closed. And we're relieving that stress from your shoulders now.
I love that. And it's also very much in line with Saturn moving direct. And if you'd like to claim this energy of like finishing a big cycle of, let's say, difficulty or hardship, and you're really fully ready to embark on a new chapter of good fortune working in your favor, do leave a comment below and say you claim this energy. And because I am personally very, very much ready for that. And as you can see, Sophie is amazing. If you'd like to get a personal reading from her, you can either select the 30-minute pre-recorded reading, which is Sophie sending you a personal private video answering all of your questions that you'd like to ask her with the cards. And also you can select that for a medical intuitive session. And also we have the 1 hour live tarot reading and the 1 hour past live reading, which is not there, but it's also part of this offer. So you get 10% off your next reading with the code Jupiter. And that's only for you guys who are supporting the channel. So thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, by the way. I always forget to say it, but it really helps support us. So now let's talk about the astrology, which you're going to see is very much supporting of what Sophie was seeing in the cards. So we're here the very first week of December, and we have like a lot of supportive aspects. So we have a Venus-Pluto sextile here on Tuesday, and on the weekend we have Mercury-Jupiter trine. And then it's because Sunday we're going to be approaching again to the Mercury-Uranus opposition, which is going to be a little bit disruptive with information that may come out. But if we keep that on the side for now, we have this big full moon here, which I'm going to talk about. I made a slide for you guys, which is the full moon in Gemini, which is going to happen in the night between the 4th and the 5th. So let's look at this full moon. Well, first of all, the chart. Yeah. So as you can see here, the moon is in the sign of Gemini opposite the sun because it's a full moon. That's normal. And like I say, usually not all full moons and new moons were created equal. And this one has an eclipse energy to it. So what I mean here is that, as you can see, the moon and the sun are at 13 degrees. And we have the nodes also at 13 degrees. And it's making what we call here a grand cross. So a grand cross is this aspect that is providing us for maximum tension in order to make choices, big decisions. And Gemini, which the full moon is in, is a sign where we're presented with multiple options, choices to choose from. So the universe is like, you're at a crossroad basically, and they're like, okay, you can go on this path, you choose. So free will is very, very much involved. And as you were saying, Sophie, it's also a test from the universe to see like, what kind of path moving forward do you want to choose, and how much of yourself with a capital S are you deciding to embody at this time? So and we have at the same time, as you can see, Mercury now direct, starting to oppose against this Uranus, and it's going to peak on December 10th. So we have also like surprises, new information coming at us, and we're like, and we have to also be flexible, pivot quickly, because these surprises and new information that is coming at us, communication, is probably gonna change where you want to go. So let's look at this side. I wrote important choices and decisions. So many avenues at this time are possible. We're likely at a crossroads at this time. With Gemini, many choices, many possibilities being presented. And Gemini is also the student of life. So there is possibly like the end of a big lesson that we've been undergoing, or a big learning experience for our soul that is ending at this time. It can also be like an actual course that you're ending. It could be also the culmination of a communication, marketing, social media project that is happening at this time. And Mercury, which is the ruler of this full moon, is in the sign of Scorpio. So it gives a more investigative kind of energy to this full moon, where we want to dive deep, observe also other people carefully, analyze from a distance. So we're being a little bit scorpionic with that Mercury in Scorpio. And also being careful with what information do we disclose, which I think is important also at this time. And because we're approaching this opposition with Uranus, which is going to be exact on the 10th, so communication, negotiation, that can also trigger major changes. So this full moon is all about change. It's all about decisions, also choosing and using your free will to do so. And also we have Neptune that's just a few days about to go direct at 29 degrees of Pisces. So we have this very healing energy that is also part of that. So there is important chapters that might be ending, or communications that are being done that can lead also to a lot of healing. Dissolution of a situation, forgiveness, dissolution of a conflict. And the positive things about this full moon, oops, what did I do? Is that we have a grand water trine between the ruler, Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter retrograde. So two planets out of 3 in this grand trine, which is super beneficial, just turned direct. So there is added focus to that grand trine. And the wheel of karma is turning, as you saw with the card, Sophie. So there could be a major change of direction, something that is being completed, justice finally being brought, Saturn direct, new information that allow for closure and healing. And the universe is definitely opening up a portal to use our free will to move forward in the direction that we wish to journey into. So anything you wanted to add to that, Sophie?
Just a lot of healing for all of those who have been suffering from the person who was waiting on maybe having another chance, like I said, to take the right choice or not. This is the end of it. You don't have to wait anymore. Rewards are coming for everybody that has been affected.
Yay. Wow. What a powerful message. I love that. Let us know what you think. We're very curious to see like how is this playing out for you in your life. Let us know in the comments down below. Do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And tonight we have a very special show, so do make sure you check our channel. It's not there yet as we're recording this, but it will be once you see this show. So do check out either our YouTube or our Rumble channel. It will be there. We're gonna go live, so we don't do that often because we have a very special announcement to make. So it's going to be live at 5 p.m. Eastern, and we can't wait to see you there. And it's part of that big chapter that we're ending. And also, I'm very excited about what we're about to disclose. So stay tuned, join us. We're going to be super happy to chat with you and put your comments on the screen like usual. Thank you for being here, Sophie. I love you. She's very excited about the live, as you can see. But yeah, it's gonna be so fun to see all of you in the chat. So see you there. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you tonight.